Hello everybody, my name is V. Narendra Kumar and we are from NRK Academy, and today we have got for EFL resources. We have got EFL resources. English as a foreign language, and in this series we have master reading and listening with grammar analysis. We'll be analyzing every sentence and we'll make it totally clear so that you will master reading and listening. And we are doing in this series of master reading and listening via AESOP tales retold by Leo Tolstoy. So let's do the fifth story in this series today. The Jackdaw and the Doves. A jackdaw saw. See becomes saw in the past tense. A jackdaw saw is one sentence. The linking word is that. The linking word is that. What did he see? That. A jackdaw saw that the doves were well fed. Were well fed. Are becomes were in the past. Doves were well fed. There is no verb here. Notice there is no verb here. They were well fed. They were in that good state. Well fed means they were always eating well. They were well fed is a new word. So this is a hyphen here, which means the next part of the sentence is coming. So that is why. So means that is why. Is again a linking word here. So she, a jackdaw, she painted herself white. She became like a dove and flew in, and is a linking word, flew into the dove-cot. Inside, into means inside. Full stop. A jackdaw saw, clear. What did he see? A jackdaw saw that is a linking word. The doves were well fed. Were is past. No verb. It's not an action sentence. There is no verb there. There is no action there. So you keep were. Were well fed, which means they had eaten well. They were always eating well. So is again a linking word, conjunction. So she painted herself white. Again and has come. Here she is silent. Flew into the dove-cot. So if you notice, there are four sentences here. A jackdaw saw. The doves were well fed. She painted herself white. She flew into the dove-cot. And we are only using so and to link them, and that to link them. Three conjunctions have come: that, so, and four sentences have been linked together. Now you have mastered the sentence. See, a jackdaw saw that the doves were past well fed, so she painted herself white, and she flew. She is silent there. Flew into the dove-cot, which was bed. The doves thought. Think becomes thought. The doves, because those particular doves, you have the as an. The doves thought at first, in the beginning. That again has come as a linking word. What did they think? That she was a dove like them. So they got fooled. She was a dove like them, which means similar. Like means similar, same. Was is past, so it has was has come, and is again a conjunction. Let her in, which means let her in means allowed her to come inside. We got a new word, full stop. But again is a conjunction, a linking word. The jackdaw forgot herself. Jackdaw forgot herself, you know that she has become a dove and croaked in jackdaw fashion, like how jackdaws croak. Then the doves began to pick at her. It means to strike her. And drove her away. Drove her away. Drive, past tense is drove her away, means send them away. Something comes into your house, you send that person away or send the animal away. It's called driving them away. So this is another new word. And drove her away. Full stop. The jackdaw flew back to her friends. But again a conjunctions. The jackdaws were frightened at her because she had painted herself white, right? The jackdaws were frightened at her. At her means looking at her. Seeing her white, comma, and again conjunction has come. Themselves drove her away. What a wonderful moral in this short story of AESOP. That's why they say AESOP tales are very great stories. Simple stories, daily life story. Jackdaw wanted to go into the dove's place, but then there he couldn't fit. He came back to doves, there also he could not fit. So that is why you should be where you belong. A jackdaw saw that. That is a linking word. the doves were well fed, so that is why. So means that is why. She painted herself white and is a conjunction. Flew into the dove-cot. The doves thought at first. That is a linking word. She was a dove like them, similar to them, and is a conjunction. Let her in. Allowed herself to come in. But is a conjunction. The jackdaw forgot herself. Forgot herself means what? You lose your mind. You're not in attention. And is a conjunction. She should be here. It's silent. Croaked in jackdaw fashion. What's the meaning of jackdaw fashion? In jackdaw fashion means like a jackdaw. In jackdaw fashion. Just understand it. Don't try to memorize it. Just feel it. That is enough, because this word will come again. Then the doves began to pick at her. See? Began to pick at her. See? This is how the beautiful structure of English comes in here. Then the doves began. To do what? To pick at her and drove her away. The jackdaw flew back to her friends, but the jackdaws were frightened at her because she had painted herself white. Seeing her white, and themselves drove her away. You have to understand this word, drove away, drive away, drove her away is very simple. I drove away the rat which had come into my house means I shooed it away. I saw to it, I started beating it, and I saw to it that it went away from my house. All that is given by a better word called drove her away. And themselves drove her away. See? So now we got this wonderful, perfect reading, isn't it? Now you see, you can check yourself. A jackdaw saw that the doves were well fed. So that is why she painted herself white and flew into the dove-cot. The doves thought at first that she was a dove like them, same like them, and let her in allowed. Let her in is allowed. There's a new word here. But is a linking word. The jackdaw forgot herself. Forgot herself means that you are not in attention, and croaked in jackdaw fashion. Then the doves began to pick at her and drove her away. Pick at her means striking her and drove her away. We understood what is the meaning of driving away. Drove away, drive away, drove away. Drove away is past tense. The jackdaw flew back to her friends. Flew back to her friends. But the jackdaws, her friends, were frightened at her, seeing her white, and is a linking word, isn't it? And is a linking word here. They themselves, on their own, drove her away. We got this story, isn't it? So that's how we'll get one after the other. This series has 45 plus stories. We have totally 500 stories for you in Master Reading and Listening. You should do them all, and you'll be a superb reader, the #1 reader in the world. Thank you so much. We'll meet you in the next video of the 6th story.